Sullivan. I'm a former IRS agent and teaching instructor. Welcome to my YouTube station. It's the home of the 5-minute or less video. Been doing this long enough and can tell you what you need to know. I have a whole team of former IRS agents. I've worked about 10,000 cases. I've been on almost all the major news stations, actually 5 within the last 2 months. So I have a whole team of these agents that can help you in any situation you have. You can find my information below in the description section. I do these videos for three reasons, and the first is so you don't get ripped off. There are so many people in this space because it's more high-end representation, and it's really pathetic. I get so many calls about people being ripped off by big fees. You'll find that, just so you know, a little caution when you're picking a firm out. If it says add to the left of the Google search, they're spending a lot of money to get themselves out there. So I just want to caution you to be careful. And anyway, the second and third reason is I like to inform you as an IRS insider, and knowing everything I need to know. This will help you make a good educational decision. And I love to have comments. And third, just if you want me to do a YouTube for you on something that's relative to people, I'm really happy to do that. So my topic today is something I know very, very well: how to hire or spot a good tax resolution company. There's really you need to listen to what I'm saying so you don't get ripped off. Obviously, we have a good resolution company, but what I'm trying to tell you are the cautions that I hear, because people, when they call me on my phone, they're crying. They've lost $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 by these scrupulous companies, and they're not going to get their money back. So let me just give you a couple tips. You can look online to find out the ratings. The problem is, you can buy ratings. You can put on your website whatever you do, and many of these companies, they make sure they have people say things, and they build and they puff themselves up. They'll look at BBB ratings. All these things can adjust it by switching the name of the company and all this hocus pocus stuff that they do. You got to look past that. And like I said earlier, if someone's running an ad, and how you can tell if it's an ad, the first 4 when you're pulling up your Google search are all ads. It'll say AD, and on the bottom those are 3 ads as well. In the middle are your organic traffic, which means local firms can put themselves in there really for free. The problem with ad companies is this: 50% of the money that you give them goes to that salesman for signing you up. They may pay $25 or $30 a click, and those salesmen got to make those advertising dollars up. So if they bring a dollar into that firm, 50% may go to the salesperson, 45% may go to the company. Believe it or not, only 5% of that money is going, in fact, to the person doing the work who doesn't know anything about your case. So how this works is you go ahead and call the company. Hey, I got an IRS problem. You have an intake person that's asking you questions. What do you make? What's your house worth? What's in your bank? They are sizing you up to find out how they can get in your pocket and how much money you have. If 3 people called them after they go ahead and went through this, they'd have 3 different retainers for you, because they want to extract information to bill you at the beginning. Okay, number 2, you always ask the person, always, what their title is. Are they an attorney? Are they a CPA, an enrolled agent, a former IRS agent? You ask them that. I'm going to pretty much tell you, you're not speaking to people who know what they're doing. You're speaking to intake person. Number 3, if you're going to hire someone, you want to speak directly to an enrolled agent, a former agent like myself. I have a whole team of these people, or a CPA or a tax attorney. Not just an attorney, a tax attorney who knows, in fact, what they're doing in this space. Only they can give you correct answers. If they have experience, they can tell you what the solution is going to be after they take base information. The third thing that's really, really important is make sure you send the form IRS is going to use to evaluate your case if you owe debt. If the case is in the service center, the person should ask you for the 433F. If the case is with a revenue officer like I was, they should ask you for the 433A. If the case is going to offer and compromise, they're going to ask you for the 433 OIC. Don't pay anybody any money until they look at your form and say, based on this is what your result is going to be. If you call me with your financial statement that you send to me, I'm going to tell you with reasonably certainty, like 95% sure, immediately how your case is going to end. Don't be deceived. So if you want to spot a good company, it's not so much the ratings and the complaints, because all that sometimes is a dog and pony show. It happens when you pick up the phone. Listen to me. It happens when you pick up the phone and say, let me ask you, who are you, how much experience, and how many cases have you yourself worked, and what will my result be after I give you this form? They can't answer the question, and they won't let you speak to a professional. It's time up to hang up the phone, because those are the markings of being ripped off. And if not ripped off, you're going to pay a very, very, very excessive fee to them in the thousands and thousands of dollars. Anyway, you heard the truth. Don't get ripped off. Please, would you give me a subscription? I'd appreciate that, because YouTube, if you get subscriptions, they kind of move you up a little. So that would be helpful to me. You can find me in the description section below, and go ahead, leave me a comment. You can criticize my YouTubes if you want. That's okay. People have. I'm good with that. Just go ahead. You want me to do a YouTube for you? If I think it's good and ever other people will use it, I'll do the same. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time.